So today we're starting a new section. It's section 4-5, simplifying algebraic fractions. And our first and only term for this section is simplest form. Simplest form is when the GCF of the numerator and the denominator is 1. So we're going to look at simplifying fractions today, but first I want you to talk with your partner and explain how these two things are the same. So go ahead and do that now. All right, I want you to think about how these two fractions are the same. How are these two the same? Talk to your partner about it. Turn and talk to your partner about it. So believe it or not, each of these sets of fractions equal each other. They mean the same amount. Even though the numbers look different, they equal the same amount. If we were to draw out what these fractions look like, you would see the same bars shaded in each fraction. So let me show you and remind you how we tell if they're the same. Remember when we were doing proportions and we cross multiplied? So what is 10 times 6? And what is 12 times 5? 60. So if the two numbers equal each other, you know that those two fractions are the same. Now some of these fraction pairs have a pair that is in simplest form. And one of them has a pair that's not in simplest form. So right now I want you to talk to your partner and figure out if you can tell which ones are in simplest form, there's two, and which one is not in simplest form. Do that now. So which fractions out of all these pairs are in simplest form? Who wants to try? Braden.
1 and 12.
1 and 12. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I want you to pick a fraction that is just
8,
10 over 12.
4 and 12.
Okay, so you think 4 and 12 is in simplest form?
Maybe.
Okay. What else?
8 and 36.
8 and 36. And what else?
10 and 12.
10 and 12. Okay, so let's review our definition of simplest form. Simplest form is when the GCF of both numbers is 1. So if we look at those,
That's the opposite.
good. So which ones are in simplest form?
1 and 3 and 2 and 9. 5 and 6.
Yes, good. 1 and 3, 2 and 9, and 5 and 6.
Can we write this?
Yes, you can write these down as examples. Go ahead. So here are our example problems for today. And what we are going to do is use what we learned in the last section of GCF to put these fractions into simplest form. God bless you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the factors of both numbers. So you're going to write each number down, and then let's write the factors. What are the factors of 2?
2 and 1.
1 and 2. What about 14?
1 and 2.
Good.
2 and 7.
Good. Okay, so 1 and 14 and 2 and 7. Now, what is the greatest common factor in these two numbers? 2. So that means I am going to divide the top and bottom of this fraction by 2. And that's going to give us this fraction in simplest form. So 2 divided by 2 is, yes, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. So simplest form for this fraction is 1 over 7. And you can guarantee that you have gone into simplest form if you have a 1 on the top or bottom. Okay, otherwise it says you know it's in simplest form if the greatest common factor between the two numbers is what? 1. I heard Holden. Good. For number 4, let's write our numbers down. And then we're going to write the factors. So what are the factors of 9? 1 and 9. And then what else? 3. And since it's 3 times 3, we only need to write the 3 once. And how about the factors of 15?
1, 3, 5, 15.
Nice. Good job, Brayden. Okay, so what is my GCF of these two numbers? 3. 3 is the biggest number they both have in common. So what do I do with that 3?
Divide them.
Yes, I'm going to divide my fraction top and bottom.
I'm going to get 3 over 4. 5.
5, yes. Nice math there, Brayden. All right. And that is simplest form. And I know it's simplest form because I divided by the GCF. Okay, so how about number 5? We're going to write down our numbers and write their factors. What are the factors of 5? Yes?
5, 1,
Yes. Okay, those are both what kind of numbers?
Prime.
Prime. They're both prime numbers because they only have factors that are 1 in themselves. Copy this down.
The answer is 5 over 11.
Because the GCF is 1. So that means this one is already simplified. So this is what you're going to write when it's already simplified. You're just going to write simplified. Try number 6 on your own and then come back and we will talk about the answer and see if you got it right. All right, so here is the solution to number 6. We found our factors for 25 and 40. We found the GCF is 5. We divided by 5. And our fraction in simplest form is 5 over 8. Let's do number 7. Write your numbers. If you don't find the GCF the first time, you will have to simplify again. That is true. So sometimes if you miss one of the factors and you didn't pick the right GCF, like you didn't pick the greatest common factor, then you'll have to simplify again.
Oh, can I just simplify by 2?
So some people will just keep dividing by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2 until they get down to the lowest form and they can't divide by 2 anymore. But on this problem, that might take a little bit of time because these numbers start out kind of big. So we're going to write our factors. What's the factors of 64?
1, 2, 4, 8, 6.
Wait, 2 and 32.
4 and 8, 16.
4 and 16. And then 8. Okay. And then what are the factors of 68?
1 and 68. 2 and 34. 4 and 17.
Okay, and so what is our GCF?
4.
4. And 64 divided by 4 is?
16.
16. And 68 divided by 4? 17. Now guess what? Since 17 is a prime number, I know that this is in simplest form. Any questions? So today we're going to stop the lesson right here, and I do have another part of this lesson that I need to show you, but I am going to do that tomorrow because we are running out of time. So for today's work, I want to explain to you what you're going to do. You will see under Thursday homework that you have a choice today. This is the assignment, and it says, hold on, that didn't work. It says choose one of the following, do not do both. So today you may either choose to complete IXL I.4, writing fractions in lowest terms, stop when you reach a score of 90 to 100, or you can choose to do boom cards. either way, you're going to practice what we learned today. You're going to be writing out the factors to find the greatest common factor and then divide the fraction by it to get your simplest form. So you may go ahead and begin now.